What up, playa? It's Friday. Shabbat shalom. I did not Shabbat. I worked. I just got home from work. It was a pretty fun night, actually. Nothing, no complaints. Nothing scarring, nothing horrible, nothing traumatic. Just straightforward, good time. Can't complain. Can't ask for more. We are here to talk about our reading for the weekend. It's our last reading for the year, sort of like our New Year's Eve weekend reading in a way, and I'm pretty excited about it. I am going to do a big 2022 predictions. Last year, I did like a video where I talked about the overall just like general feel that I was getting for 2023. Or 2022, and then I did month by month and did a little video for each month of the year, which has been fun. I've done it every year for myself for a while, but to do the videos, it's been fun because in my own life, I have gone back and referenced my monthly readings throughout the year and been like, oh yeah, that was totally talking about that. But it's been fun this year to think about them in our collective sense, thinking back like, oh yeah, we were given a heads up about this theme this month. So be on the lookout for those. I'm working tomorrow night and I'm off Sunday, and then I work Monday and Tuesday. And so I'm going to try to film these on Sunday, but if I don't have enough steam to do them justice, I may start them and start releasing them, or I may do them like Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday when I've got my other days off. I think that's when my day's off. I don't know. It's all running together. It's all running together. So be on the lookout for that. It should be really good. But today, I'm loving our cards as like our kind of grand finale for the year. It's like, I feel like it's like the grand finale for like the season of the show of our life, going into like this new chapter, and I'm loving it. So, if you're wondering like what extended talk we're talking about from the reading earlier, I pull cards Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Instagram and write up a blog. I usually post around 11 Central Time or noon. But then we come on here later and talk more about the message. So you can follow me at Liz_Taylor_Magick, and you can see, my readings earlier in the day and some other things that I create and stuff over there. So follow me there. And while we're talking shop, like, subscribe, comment, share. Just go ahead and press the thumbs up on this video before you forget. But yeah, I'm really trying to grow this channel. I need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, and I'm about 20% there, and I need 4,000 watch hours, and I'm about 25% there. So you guys, we're chugging along little by little. So join me, join us, subscribe, help me out, help me get the channel out there. And the more actions you take on these videos, the more I get spread out in the algorithm, and it makes a huge difference. Like sometimes it can make a difference of like, you wouldn't believe like the audience I'm exposed to compared to like if there's not actions taken. So, and that's just like being at the bottom of the scroll. It's not even like at the top of the pages yet. So you guys, you make a big difference for me. All right, to the cards. With no further ado. So I love this. So we got shadow self, followed by enchanted, followed by balance. And underneath, we got 4 of Cups underneath the shadow self. We got the Empress underneath enchanted. And we got Ace of Swords underneath balance. So we'll unpack this and we'll talk about it. So I love that basically the overall theme that I feel like this is saying is that we're getting out of this right here is this existential funk. Like, we've all been through the emotional blender over the last few months, going through absolute astrological mayhem. There have been like so many aspects happening, so many major planets in retrograde. So, like, eclipse season just tore you a new asshole, did it not? turned me inside out, I swear. And so we're just like, oh my God, we're like shell shocked, we're tired, we're like, what is going on? And I think a lot of us have just been kind of in a malaise, like just getting through the holidays and just feeling like all the emotions coming up, like the final little just like facing it all before we're ready to really move forward into our new life. It's like we have been facing our shadow, and it's been something that we've been going through throughout this whole year. We've been walking through that initiation portal of facing our shadow, of reclaiming those parts of ourselves that we thought we had to hide or be ashamed of, strengthening the weaknesses that have held us back, facing fears, healing insecurities and misperceptions and things like of that nature. So we've been doing a lot of the work, but we've also been like kind of tired and kind of like bored and kind of dissatisfied and kind of just like, when is it all gonna like prove to be worth it? When is it all gonna show some kind of like fruits or results? Like, when are we going to see signs that this is really going to take root? And so like in traditional tarot art, the Four of Cups has a person that is focused on the three kind of spilt cups in front of them, but there's a cup coming in from the back, like an offer that they're just not paying attention to. And so basically it's kind of being complacent, kind of being bored, kind of being like blasé, and you're kind of focusing on all the wrong stuff, and it's like, here's this opportunity behind you waiting to come in, and you're just not like, you're just distracted in your kind of like own little like funk, and so you're kind of missing that opportunity. And so basically that what follows is enchantment. And so I think what's happening is I'm feeling a surge of the new year coming. I'm already feeling like getting into that new year mode. Like, I do need a few days to just like veg out or whatever, but like I'm really ready to get started and hop to it. And so I think that we're kind of shaking off this feeling of like, I'm not motivated, I'm apathetic, maybe even just a little bit of like seasonal depression. But what I think is happening is we're working through a lot of the last bit of the residue of all of the emotional stuff and baggage that's been buried and gone unnoticed. And it's just been like piling up in this like soul garage. And we've been cleaning out the garage, right? So this is like the last bit of the debris, just like getting it out of there, cleaning it out. So you may have had extreme moods where you're like, oh my God, I'm so nostalgic and this is so meaningful. And now I'm so sad. And I'm so sad over the most ridiculous things. And I'm angry and I'm frustrated and I don't know why. And I think it's just an energetic and emotional purging and cleansing that is pushing us through onto the other side of this kind of like dark funk that's been dark cloud hanging over. We're ready for a new beginning. A new dawn is ahead of us. And enchantment came back to visit again. And this time around, enchantment is accompanied by some really great cards. So I think that this is more talking about getting really inspired about the life that we feel ourselves moving toward, and where we really are starting to see the evidence of a new day and a new experience of life, and things beginning to sprout, and our efforts are beginning to show. The transformation is beginning to show, and we've been feeling differently for a while, but I think that just little by little, life is starting to show the evidence of all of the things that we've been doing to change from the inside out, right? And so the more that we change from the inside, it's like we perceive things differently. And so we react differently, and we think about the whole thing differently. And then because we're thinking about things differently and we're reacting differently and we're feeling differently, we're in different moods, it's like we're getting different reactions from other people. And so like little by little, the whole experience changes, right? You get new ideas and you try new things and you restructure and you reorganize and you do things differently. So we're falling in love with our new life that we're beginning to live, and we're starting to live in the up level. We're starting to embody that higher self vision. It's very exciting, which was the Empress was kind of underscoring enchantment. And the Empress is pregnant with potential, and the Empress has worked hard to create comfort and luxury and beauty around herself. And so she is beginning to reap the benefits of her labor. The Empress is an example of a person who has integrated their divine masculine and divine feminine qualities, meaning that she can receive, she can be passive, she can be still, she can be quiet, she can listen, she can do all the feminine things, be intuitive, right? Get that intuitive guidance, but then she can also have those masculine qualities of seeing what needs to be done, taking action, making it happen, going out and putting effort, sharing, giving, right? When the mother is giving to the baby, nurturing the baby, the mother is then in a masculine energy, right? Because she is giving, she is sharing, and the baby is the one in the passive feminine position there, right? So there can only be, one giver and one receiver at any given time. And so, we go back and forth in our masculine and feminine energy at any given point, right? So the Empress is beginning to, sit in the beauty of her abundance that she's created. She's very successful. She's very good at holding down the fort, running her kingdoms multiple, and making it look good, and also being charming and super lovable. So really, the Empress is who you want to be in the deck. The Empress is definitely my favorite. The Empress and the High Priestess, for sure. So yes, life is good. It is blossoming. It is blooming. Things are beginning, you're starting to see success and hints of, abundance being harvested. So that's very good. And then finally, we've really brought the governing forces within ourselves and within the kingdom of our life into balance. And so it's also we have this new balance in the mind right now too with the Ace of Swords. It's we're getting this this lightning bolt of clarity, focus, a renewed sense of vigor, right? That's what I mean when I'm saying I'm feeling like fresh new year energy. I'm ready to get focused. I'm ready to buckle down and get disciplined and put my heart and my effort and my intention in things, and manifest. So I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling new mindsets coming in, new ways of thinking about things, new ways of processing our thoughts, a new level of self-mastery within the mind so that we can practice mind over matter, so that we can pause and slow down and say, hey, wait, why is the situation playing out? Why is this in my movie? What can I draw from it that can help me, that can evolve me, that can grow me, right? Pausing as well to say, okay, how do I want to show up right now? I want to use my free will, right? So I'm becoming this version of myself that I get to create with divine, with God, So what do I want to do with this moment? How do I want to use my divine inheritance of free will to meet any given opportunity or exchange, right? So we're thinking about things differently. We've balanced our inner landscape. We've balanced our thoughts and feelings. And so we know how to value both. We know how to value how we feel and tune into that and observe that and learn from it and see, okay, well, what does what I'm feeling tell me? What information is this giving me? What is it telling me about my situation? Does it tell me that I need to have stronger boundaries? Am I running myself too thin? Do I need to say no? How, just maintaining that balance, right? And that new mindset and being intentional as you create your life going forward. All right, you guys, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like we're ready to like shake off all the old gloomy, you know, meh, and like move on into the future, into the present, into the next chapter of our lives that we're getting very hype about, really pumped, very excited for. I'm really feeling it. I really feel like we're putting the past in the past and we're healing from it and we're moving forward. We're not bringing a bunch of baggage with us. We're not sitting in this rainy day any longer. We are done being soggy with sadness, ready to move on into happier days, right? We're ready to watch everything around us bloom. And we're feeling it too. I think our hearts are in bloom as well. I think you're feeling lighter and happier and more excited about being open to life in general and seeing what it brings you. All right, you guys. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful day ahead of you, a great New Year's Eve. I will make a video maybe after work tomorrow. Ooh, it's gonna be Secret Teachings of Jesus on Saturday night after New Year's Eve. I may or may not. I don't know. I'm gonna try. It depends on how brain dead I am. But those are always the important ones. It's a fact that if you don't feel like doing something, that is when you reveal the most light. When you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone and through your weakness and laziness and tiredness. That's not to say you have to like drive yourself into like an early grave. It's all about balance. But when it comes to sharing the light, it's like if it's inconvenient or if there's like challenge or resistance that you have to like overcome to share that light, then the light that gets shared is even more effective and powerful. So now I feel like I definitely have to do tomorrow night's sermon. We'll see, guys. Well, I'll see y'all later. Ciao.